What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerdcastle for the next episode of Reign of Kings. My name is Splattercat, and I'm happy to have you here today. Today we're going to do a little bit of building. We're on our new server where we had to reset a little bit, but that's okay. Didn't hurt my feelings too much. It hurt my feelings a little bit, but that had nothing to do with the server. It had to do with the server's actions. The server told me we were going out to dinner on Friday night and then stood me up, and then I saw the server out with like 32 other dudes that night. The point is, the server is a little bit of a sloot. Nonetheless, let's go ahead. This is where we're going to build our base right now. On our previous server, I think this place was occupied by a rather large compound, and the reason being is that you can get everything you need from like this general area, and so you're within 5 seconds of stone, of wood, of iron, and so people that are in this spot right here are able to gear up and get back into action very, very quickly, and so that's what we're going to do. Since it hasn't been claimed, it's going to be our location. We've got ourselves a crafting bench in here. So let's go ahead and get started with that. We'll just plop it down on the ground. Our crafting bench is all ready to go, and we need to start solidifying some of this stone into building materials. So we have tier 2. Oh, we can only go up to... Okay, so we need to update this first. Let me upgrade it. It's going to take it a second. Let me upgrade ya. It's going to take a second. It's going to take it a couple seconds, and we got to sing the song of upgrading. But while that gets done, I guess we'll gather some hay because we may need it. Yay. I don't know what you have to say, but we need some hay. It might be May. I don't know what day. There's lots of ways that could go, and it could just keep going forever. Unfortunately, it's one of those easy rhyme schemes that I think doesn't have like an easy exit point. All it has is what is this right here? I've never seen that plant before. It's very like radish-like. I don't know. I've never seen a radish before in nature. Is it a wild radish? That's just a radish that loves to have really, really kicking parties. If you've never been to a wild radish party, I would highly recommend it. Just don't fall asleep. The first person to fall asleep at a radish party, totes screwed. Let's chop down a tree, I guess. I don't know. There's nothing else really to do while we wait for that crafting bench to get done. I tried. I swear to God, I tried to orchestrate this in such a way where we could start the episode up and just like do something interesting, but unfortunately, it's not going that way. There's always some random hitch in our giddy-up, and our giddy-up right now is looking very, very hitched. I chose to build on a bear spawn location. That would seem like a fundamental error in judgment. A very, very real evolutionary problem. I'm pretty sure the caveman that built his cave on the bear spawn did not get too far in life. It didn't go great for that guy. That guy had a very, very rough season, unless it was winter, because I find that bears do a lot of sleeping during winter. That's actually when they used to hunt them. They used to wait till they go to sleep in the winter, and then they'd run them down with dogs and stab them with spears while they were sleeping. It's how they used to bear hunt back in the day. It's how they used to do it. Alright, so we can make ourselves some gear, which would make actually, yeah, let's do that. Maybe not. We're kind of full up right now. Maybe I should go with a storage container. How's that sound? Yeah, let's make a chest real fast. It's only going to take us 100 wood. We just farmed out a little bit of wood. Not in the like old McDonald way, not in the traditional sense, but in the sense that, we kind of got it done. We're going to need some space here. And, oh, that'll work. That'll work just fine. Fine, just fine. And so we'll drop this on the ground real fast. How would you like to be right there? Good. You don't have a choice because you're an inanimate object. Like, ow, that hurts my feelings. I feel pretty animated a lot of the time. There's a lot of things that I'm really excited about. I mean, I'm not animated in game because, my creator didn't see that it was necessary to give me my own sort of like axe swinging animations. However, I hope that someday I can be like the chesty leader of this entire place. Let's fill our stomach up. We stole all this meat and then I never took any of the effort of actually like using it. I think the guy that I stole it from, he was up in chat a minute ago saying that he was starving and that he would trade anything for some food. We were like, yeah, your base did have a lot of stuff over there, but you know what it doesn't have right now? Food, because of Splattercat. Let's see, we've got ourselves a hat, which means I can ditch that and get it all. Actually, I'm just going to make all this armor right now, and this is probably the only suit of armor I'm going to make for a little bit. I see no reason to make like super awesome iron armor if we're leaving. It'd be nice for self-defense purposes, but everybody I've met so far in this server has been really, really helpful. Like, hello, my name's Bob. Like, they're very friendly. They're like, my mailbox is down there. Feel free to filter through it if you want. I don't get anything interesting. I do have some magazine subscriptions, though, so if you're interested in those, go ahead. By all means, help yourself. Just make sure you get them back to my front porch within a couple days. My wife gets kind of angry if we don't have the magazines that I pay for. You know how that goes, but still, you're more than welcome to building materials. That's what we need. So let's get going with some building materials right here. And I need... why is that so difficult here? Close down crafting stations. We'll close that down. We'll close that down. We'll close that down. There we go. Building materials. I upgraded you, sir. I upgraded you into a stonecutter. Oh, we need iron ingots. That is unfortunate because I really, really, really need a stone cut right now. I could use some serious stone cutting. Well, if we need iron ingots, then I suppose we can make a new crafting station. We could make ourselves a... Where is it? We got the workbench, we got the anvil, got the Fletcher, got the camp. That's an upgraded campfire, isn't it? No, we're all out of wood. Well, damn, that's unfortunate. Let me go back out, and I'm going to see if I can farm up some wood here, because this is not working so great. I was hoping that that would last a lot longer than it did, and unfortunately, it did not. On the plus side, we're rocking pretty cool rogue armor right now. It looks really, really... This suit of armor looks ridiculously hot, and I don't mean hot in like in a sexy, yeah, I want to touch it kind of way. I mean as in it looks like you would just be sweating your balls off if you wore this in the sun. Like right now, just beating down on you. What we have right here is we basically have a man just wrapped in a frying receptacle. That's all that it is. Like, I bet that like, wrapping us in leather, not a bad plan, actually. If you were an ogre or something that ate human beings, wrap them in leather, throw them in a deep fryer or something. I don't know. Might taste good. Who knows? I'm not a culinary genius. I'm just trying to reinvent the wheel right now. Still, this is pretty gross. We're basically a mobile sauna right now. That's annoying, so I'm going to go back to first-person mode. I don't know. The way the camera jumps around when you're in third person and chopping trees weirds me out. Somebody's going to come rob me. I know it. That's why I didn't put anything in the chest just yet. Either way, though, our inventory is full. How much wood did we need? We needed a bunch of wood for this, like 200, wasn't it? I don't know. I'm bad with numbers, and I'm also bad with memory, so this might not work out so great. Splattercat is what he is. I don't try to, like, outdo myself with regards to my capabilities intellectually. I know what my weaknesses are. I am well aware. I've been on the internet more than long enough for people to tell me how bad my memory is and how derm I am 12 times a day. Still, I let it slide. The tree just needed to do a cartwheel right now. He was really, really... Finally, I'm free! You don't realize, but to a tree, doing a cartwheel is a really, really big deal. Like, we never get to do this. Like, I'm probably part of, like, the top percentile of trees right now. We never get to go end over end like this, so thank you. Chop my body up. Do what you will with it. Throw me into the fire. But first, let me thank you for allowing me, your faithful tree, to do a cartwheel. It was a great service you have done for me, sire. I'd be like, oh, good, you called me sire. Well, that's good, because we're probably going to take over the server pretty soon and charge like 80% tax, and it's going to be incredible. Are you all excited about it? It's going to be hilarious. There's a big gate up there, so I don't think we can take the crown just yet. I don't know if they built that to stop people from taking the crown, but it doesn't look like, has anybody claimed it? I don't know. Let me look. There's no king, and yet somebody walled off the area that contains the crown. Why? I'm not sure, but somebody did. Somebody did, so there it is. Come on, give me a little bit more, just a little bit of wood. If you could just give me a little bit of wood right now, I would never ask you again, oh noble arboreal edifice. Huh? It kind of looked like my gloves had like leopard spots on them. Had like a little bit of cheetah print going on. It's okay, I'm down with the style. I like it. What's up with the lag right now? Visually, the game has decided it does not want to play anymore. It has decided it is done. Well. It's a little bit odd. I'll have to check on it in just a second. We'll see if it goes. It might be related to like tree chopping or something. I don't know. Or maybe somebody's building a whole bunch of stuff right now on the server. It sort of depends. The game has weird moments, both with latency and with frame rate, where sometimes it just like pops in and then back out and then just like stops seeing. Like, that's a big chunk of wood right there. We could have used that. And then sometimes I just have to restart the game and there's nothing I can do about it. Like, I start the game up, I turn it back off, and I turn it back on, and then everything is fine after that. I don't know if it has like a minor memory leak or something. It's got something going on, though, because over time my performance always seems to take a hit. Let's maybe... Yeah, let me check on it real fast. There we are. We're all nice and fixed up now. So yeah, it's a memory leak or something. I'm not sure what records it, but after, I guess like after 40 minutes of playing, I always have to reset, which can be very, very inconvenient if I'm under attack or whatever. Still, it never seems to drop lower than like... It's hard to describe it. It never seems to drop lower than like 30 frames, but it's still... Over time, I lose frame rate like crazy. We'll get that started right there. While that's going, I thought I heard somebody up on VoIP right now. We'll have to watch out for that. I don't know who's going to be in the area. We have ourselves a knife. And since we're not using the bow, I should probably... Can you block with the knife? Oh, you can. You can actually parry with the knife. I was totally and completely unaware. Alright, well that works. I guess that's something. That's one less thing to worry about, I guess. This is one of the reasons why I chose this spot right here. I like the fact that if I have like something crafting for like a minute and a half, I can go out and I can farm out more loot. It's a really, really big deal to me, and I think this is going to be prime real estate as the game develops and gets more popular. I think this entire area in this valley, anywhere near the spot where you can get stone, is going to be a big deal, because you go through so much stone in this game. I think the base we built in our last playthrough was probably the culmination of about 8,000 stone to 10,000 stone. It took a lot of stone. I farmed a lot off camera. Like, I used to spend hours and hours and hours off camera farming. And just, it takes a while to get things together. Our campfire should be done by the end of this stone. I realize that I've spent a lot of my time in this reboot of our series, like farming. And unfortunately, I'm going to have to do it again right after this when the private server goes live. But I wanted to have episodes up every single day. Like, I thought about it briefly, just having like a 5-day break from the series, and then coming back once the server was up and running, and then announcing it and letting people onto the server and trying to get that all going. I don't know how we're going to administrate it, though. That's another problem, is I simply just don't have time to do it. I barely have time to play, let alone administrate. So it's going to sort of depend, but for right now, I've got bigger things. I got bigger fish to fry at the moment. Although frying a big fish seems like it would be a pain in the ass. You'd be better off maybe like roasting it or chopping it up and stewing it. And there we go. We'll put this right here, and then we need to upgrade this. So it takes 25 stone to get it into a better situation. Now that that's all up and running, sorry about that. I had to make a little cut right there. Due to unforeseen circumstances, UPS was up at the door. Oops. The oops man was here, and he was dropping off some packages. He's like, I got a package for you. I was like, whack, 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 wow, whack, wow. How often does that happen, UPS drivers? Because I notice you wear those shorty shorts, but by and large, most UPS guys seem to have like pretty cut legs. So how often do you answer the door? You're like, hey, how's it going? I got a package for you. And they answer right back. Like, how frequently does that happen? Not very often. Does it only happen like in pornos? Or is that just like the way thing? Is the life of a UPS man rowdy like that? That's what I'm asking right now. Is that basically the way that it works? If so, feel free to leave me a comment down below. Oh, we have 1,000 right there. I'm an idiot. I shouldn't have even gone and farmed that. I probably should have just left it alone. Either way, I guess it'll work for right now. We've still got more than enough stuff around. We still needed to make the smelter anyways, and we still needed to kill a little bit of time. So we've got 1,800 stone right now. That's going to give us 180 blocks maybe. I don't know if that's enough to get us started. We still have our crest too, so I need to put that up on something. It might be worth it. Go with building materials real fast. And then, we can't do anything with that right now. How long is this going to take? 10 more seconds. Okay. So let me make myself a little pillar. All that I want to do right now is I'll take that and we'll do like 3. No, well, yeah, that's fine. Whatever. We'll take like 3 of those even though it's a waste of stone. And the goal here was really just to sort of like get this up and off the ground. That's right. We are getting it up right now. And then we'll put that right there. And then once those have been placed, let me see if I can find some way. Yeah, that's not what I was going for. Not what I was going for, but the crest will have to function for right now. I don't know if I could take this back down once I put it up, but there it is. We've claimed this area. Conquering. Huh. So we've got like a little meter right there that takes a while. I wonder if I take it down, if it's got to redo it. I like how it's mounted it through the eye holes right there, when you could have just as easily taken the antlers off and mounted it from the top so that it looked like some kind of like steer, like it was a steampunk steer. It was a steer punk. Anyways, over here, we need to get started with this. Let's throw in some fuel, and this is going to take forever, so we might as well get it going now. Yeah, an hour and a half. Or I guess 1.2 hours. That's not an hour and a half, but nonetheless, it's going to take us upwards of an hour just to get all of this iron finished off, so might as well start out here. Let's just put in, I don't think we'll need more than 10 wood in there. It actually doesn't go through fuel very quickly, all things considered, and that's what it's going to take for our stone cutter to get done. So we're just simply waiting for 4 of these to get finished, and I have no idea how long it takes for one of them to get done. I think it takes... it looks like it's taking upwards of like a minute and a half or so, so subpar, but there's other things we can focus on, I guess. Let's go over here, and at this workbench we can actually get ourselves started while we wait with other crafting stations. So we've got a Fletcher right there. I think that's a good plan because I need to make myself some arrows to go to my... I've got a bow, I've just got nothing to fire with it, and so it just goes twong in a non-threatening manner, and I can't have that right now. I need to be as threatening as possible because we live inside of a medieval world, and when it gets medieval out here, everybody's got to know about it. So we got the horn. That's going to be like... that's sort of an example of our guilt right there. I really don't want to keep it on me, but oh well. What can you do sometimes? We've got the wood right there. Okay, don't need the leather anymore, so that can go outside of our inventory. The flax we're definitely going to need. The ass rock, probably going to need. The hay, doubtful. And so there we go. Our inventory is a little less full for once. Is this done yet? 20 seconds. How is this doing over here? We got ourselves 1 iron ingot, and we're part of the way through a second one from what I can tell. That'll be good. We need it very, very badly. So when that's all finished up, Come on. 7, 6, 5, 4. Come on, you could do it. I believe in you, Fletcher Stable. But before we go any further with it, I'd also like to make myself, we've got a granary. I don't think we need a granary just yet. However, ooh, we need more flax for the well, presumably for the rope maybe. So that's going to be the next thing we got to go out and farm. Let's take that right there. We'll put our Fletcher's table down in un momento. There it is. Now that that's down, we can make ourselves some arrows. Let's go down to projectiles and see what we can accomplish here. I think I'd probably just go with stone-tipped arrows. They added, oh, we needed feathers for that, and I haven't killed any feather-bearing creatures, although I see one right there. So this might be go time. Avast, ye chickens, stand and fight me, ye cowardly knave. Actually, roosters and chickens are pretty brave. I've had chickens and roosters my entire life, and they tried to fight me. They would try and fight you all the time. They do this little jump kick thing, especially the roosters. If they got like a bunch of hens around, they get quite grumpy about the fact that you were inside their radius. Yeah, this thing's attacking super fast. Badass. How many more chickens can we slaughter? You there, female chicken. Come forth and let me stab my blade deep inside of your chickeny bits. She's like, no, that sounds terrible. I don't want my chickeny bits to be punctured. Too bad. I don't really need the raw bird, though. This chicken was carrying around a bird, had herself a kilo. Probably going to make a bunch of money off of it, too. Oh, well. My bird now. Let's go back over here. That's American slang for a kilo of Coke. It's a chicken, or a bird. I guess that's more of like a southern thing, though. That's going to be down in, like, Texas, I suppose. I don't know if people use it other places. But yeah, there it is. We got steel ingots. That's not what I need right there. We'll go. I can only make 7. Oh, they come out in batches of 10. Okay, well, that works out great then. Never mind. I thought I was going to have to go farm more. I guess 1 feather works per 1 arrow, I suppose. Hopefully these don't stack up in an obnoxious way. Every now and again, things stack up weirdly in this game, but not very frequently, so I don't worry about it that much, but it does occur. Back to the inventory screen. Let's see. We've got 70 arrows that we now have inside of our inventory. And I think that should keep us covered for a while. This over here, you all ready to go? 3 ingots ready to go, almost a 4th. Awesome. How long does conquering take? Oh, that doesn't take long at all. I wonder how how does contesting work in this game? So do I have to like take this down or destroy it or... Okay, so the crest has health. So I guess I would have to destroy this in order to make an area like my place. You could also hide it all over the place, which would make it even more interesting, I suppose. But let's go. We got 4 ingots right there. That's exactly what we need in order to turn this into a stone cutter. There we go. And so once it's all ready to cut, we'll come back and we'll take care of that. For now, though, I'm probably going to go get some more stone because that's going to be our next big ordeal, is getting enough stone to make sure that we can make a retaining wall, and then also that we can have like an inner courtyard and all these areas so that enemies can't build their way into our base and cause all kinds of problems. Having multiple layers, you want to have your base like an ogre in this game because trebuchets do a lot of damage, a terrifying amount of damage. As the last couple episodes can attest to, we fired that trebuchet at that big base in the middle of the valley 2 episodes ago, and it was just like, brrr, and it took care of business. It only took us like 2 shots, and we were in. It was very, very ugly for our foes. I don't think it hurt them that badly because I think they were finished playing, and they wiped the server several hours later, so it didn't really matter, but it was a great way for us to show off like things we had been working on. Our hydration's looking a little bit weak, no doubt due to the fact that we're wearing a leather suit right now that's got to be just soggy, and I hope it's not watertight, otherwise it's going to be pooling like down in the toes of the shoes. Ew, sweat pools. I had that happen one time. I had some big like knee-high. I used to go, so when I was younger, I used to go to Ren fairs, and I went to, actually, there's a pirate festival in Vallejo that I used to go to all the time. Every year there's a pirate festival, and they have like little cutters and frigates come through that like have little cannon battles out in the bay and all that fun stuff. And so I would go out there, and I had the knee-high, like, fold-over boots, you know what I mean, to go with my feather hat and my ruffly shirt and all that kind of deal. And those boots would collect sweat. It was the most disgusting thing on earth. It was, oh, it was so gross. It was...
What's up, dude?
What does this guy want?
I'm friendly.
Alright. So either way, he's kind of got, like, an upper body thing going on.
Dude, do you have any, food or stuff I can have? I'm pretty, like, parched.
I think he's asking for food right now, but the voice is really, really, like, light. Let me see what I got here. See if I can help him out a little bit. I got... I don't really have much. I got, like, that right there, but that's about it. I got no water or nothing, though, so he's kind of on his own right there.
I appreciate it.
Alright, so what was I working on? Oh, yeah, I was trying to get out of this menu. Why am I stuck in this menu right now? Oh, that's upsetting. No! I'm stuck inside a menu. Let me leave. Let me abandon this menu. This is a weird situation. I don't think I've ever been stuck inside a menu before. Makes me a little bit nervous, especially since there's somebody around right now that could attempt to murder and rob. Oh no, my chest. Did he go through my chest? Oh, that little bastard. If he stole any of my stuff, I'm gonna murder him. Even though it's all stuff that I don't need. Let's find out. If I could ever get out of this stupid... There we go. Alright, fantastic. My buttons weren't working. Like, I was mashing on the I key right there trying to get out so that I could go investigate my chest over here. Every now and again, I like to invest. Speaking of which, chest hairs are remarkably flammable. Holy shit. I wish somebody had told me that. I was playing around with a lighter, and I was like, oh, how funny would it be if I, like, singed off a chest hair real fast? Don't do that. Oh, my God. And so I went in, and, like, my entire chest caught on fire, and I was like, ah! Like, I made, like, that noise right there, and I was, like, rolling, just like, ah! It seems like it'd be a fairly obvious thing, like chest hair flammable, but I didn't know that I was bearing around such flammable stuff with me. I had no idea, and so I learned a lesson today. I learned a lesson. What happened to my bow? This dude stole my bow, didn't he? No, he didn't. It's right there. Awesome. I treat everybody like a thief in this game because I'm a thief in this game. Maybe I should be a little bit more trusting. It seems like it might be a good thing to do. We got our bow. Not going to murder anybody. Crest doing its thing. Okay. Got that over there. We need to get with the stone cutting right now. We got 2,000 stone to get done, and it's going to take a while. Now, I don't like that one because it requires... I usually just make cobblestone. This one right here requires slabs, and the slabs are a giant pain in the ass to make. I think that they're under consumables. Maybe not consumables. Resources. And so the slabs take water. They take charcoal. I don't know how many slabs you get out for each craft, but I can't imagine that it's actually cost effective. I'll have to fiddle with it, I guess, in the next episode. We'll go ahead and get some flax, and I'll see if I can get some water or whatever. We'll play around with it. We got time on our hands, so we might as well. It's not the only thing on my hands at the moment. I also need to... I probably should go use some Purell or something. My hands are always dirty. It's like a common problem for me. If I make... Oh, we can only make 83? Damn. See, that's still like nothing right there. Like, we barely got anything out of that craft, and it's disappointing. So let's get back out here. We got to farm some more. We got lots of stuff to get done, unfortunately, and not a whole lot of resources to do it. Still, at least we're close enough to the stone nodes right now to where I don't have to make like a 35-minute walk every time we go somewhere. What is that? Just like a levitating club over there. That's weird. I think you can make a lot of money if you had a levitating club. I just feel like that would be a thing. People would be attracted to it. Wouldn't you want to go to a nightclub that levitates? I would, just to check it out. I'd be like, where did you get this anti-gravity material from? Like, how did you make this work? That would be my first question. I'd be like, I need to talk to the club owner right now. We gave that guy food, and there was food, like, right over here. See, this is why beggary, you should not do it. Like, if you work through things on your own, you will find, like, food resources and stuff. Either way, he had like a big upper body, and my character's kind of skinny and pudgy, and so I was worried he's going to beat me up, and so I let him have it. I was a little worried. Even with my armor, I wasn't positive that we could hack it. We could probably hack him, but hack it, I don't know. Yeah, it's a levitating club right here. Weird. Ooh. The levitating club! Oh, well. Let's go over here, grab these berries, and then I think we'll be the hell out of here. Okay, we got that. Let me get myself rehydrated real fast, and by the time we get back to base, I think we should have enough stone to get started at the minimum. I mean, I just heard somebody take a swing. Was it? I don't know. Maybe it was some kind of bug or glitch or something. Maybe it was just a random sound effect. Maybe it's a chicken fighting with something over here. Either way, I'm not going to tempt fate by hanging around any longer. Let's get our base built up. We'll start putting in some stone walls. We'll make ourselves a big old grande-sized castle. At which point, we will probably, that'll be just about the time that we leave this place. I probably should have murdered that guy. It would have been more entertaining. Then again, I'm not a murderer. It's just not, I don't have it in me. I don't have it in me. In fact, I don't have it in me because I keep my murder in a pouch on my person. I find it to be much better for storage. Let's go, will it let me, okay, so it's letting me leave the menu right now. I got stuck in that menu, right? I swear to God, I got stuck in that menu back there. I'm not even making it up. It was awful. It was scary and terrifying, and it made me upset. Let's get started with our base. I guess we'll go around the outside right here, and I have no idea how big I want to make this thing. I would figure bigger is probably better in this situation, but what do I know about anything? What do I know about anything? And so we'll probably go with some diagonals right here. Yeah, that'll work. And then maybe just kind of like make that go a little bit further out, and then maybe some more diagonals. And then from there, we'll go out this way. I'm trying to give myself enough wall space to work, because in our previous base, we just did not have enough room to get anything done. And so I prefer for this base to be extra large. And I know it's going to take me a lot more farming and a lot more work to get it done, but that's what stream time is for. And so hopefully when we come back, I'm going to stream this tonight, I think. And when we come back, I'm not going to work on the wall any longer, but when we come back to stream, I'll probably work on this for the remainder of the night until we get it all done. And once it's all finished, it's not going to let me go below. Alright, I was trying to go below the ground right there for uniformity's sake, but I don't think that it wanted me to. I don't think that I went far enough out right here. I may need to take this out a little bit farther. Our base is not threatening enough. It needs to be huge. A Bowser-like castle, if you will. So let's go. Let's go. Come on. Oh, our circle of influence is actually on the ground right now. Weirdly enough. Okay. So that's cool. At least I know where we can go out to now. So that's a plus. And then people can't build inside that radius. Well, then I should probably keep it away from this wall, shouldn't I? I should probably keep it back a little ways. I may also take this down and shift it over once I've got the initial wall placed, but for right now, it's not going to be a whole lot that I could do about it. You actually can't claim that much space. It's disappointing. Definitely disappointing. Oh well. How far does this go out to over here? Okay. So I guess we'll just take this outer wall for right now. How far away is the boundary? We're right there. Alright, and that's how fast like 80-something stone goes away in this game. We are going to have to leave a big gap right here for the gate, because I don't know how we're going to drop that on in, but that's going to be something, that's a contemplation for another day. For right now, let's get the walls up and running. I may actually make this all one big building, and then we'll just illuminate the inside of it. How does that sound? One big building? You ever done one big building before? I don't know. It might work, though. I want to put something in right there because it looks bad, and it upsets me that my wall has like a hole running underneath it. There we go. And so now it should be a little bit easier. There it is. There it is. Looking nice now. Okay, so that's much better. There's still a little gap underneath the wall that like a dog could dig out of, but I'm not going to concern myself with it. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here for the next episode of Reign of Kings. I'm going to farm out some materials. We're going to work on this castle. It's going to be pretty swell, so I will see you all later. Hi-do, everybody.